Discipline is the weapon that destroys weak feelings. It is the force that separates those who achieve their dreams from those who let their emotions control them. Weakness comes from inconsistency, from allowing your mood to dictate your actions, from doing what feels comfortable instead of what is necessary. But discipline is what builds warriors. It is what turns ordinary people into extraordinary individuals. It is the foundation of success, the thing that keeps you moving forward when motivation fades, when doubt creeps in, when every part of you wants to quit. Too many people wait until they feel ready to take action. They wait for inspiration to strike, for the right circumstances to align, for motivation to push them forward. But motivation is fleeting. It comes and goes like the wind, unreliable and unpredictable. If you rely on motivation, you will never be consistent, and without consistency, it is impossible. Discipline, on the other hand, does not depend on how you feel. Discipline is waking up early even when you're tired. Discipline is putting in the work even when you don't feel like it. Discipline is pushing through when your mind is telling you to stop. Every great achievement in history was built on discipline. The athletes who train for years to win championships. The artists who perfect their craft through endless hours of practice. The entrepreneurs who sacrifice comfort to build something great, all of them succeed because they understand that success is not about how you feel in the moment. It is about doing what needs to be done, no matter what. Weak feelings tell you to take the easy way out. They tell you to skip the workout, to stay in your comfort zone, to put things off for another day. Discipline overrides those feelings. It reminds you of your purpose. It keeps you moving when everything inside you wants to stop. The truth is, success is not complicated. It is simply a matter of doing the right things consistently over time. The problem is, most people are not willing to commit to that level of discipline. They want quick results. They want success without sacrifice. They want the rewards without the struggle. But that is not how greatness is achieved. If you want to break free from weak feelings, you must develop discipline like a muscle. You must train your mind to push through resistance, to embrace discomfort, to stay committed even when it's hard. Your dreams are possible, but only if you have the discipline to chase them. Your goals are within reach, but only if you refuse to let weak emotions pull you off course. Discipline is not something you are born with. It is something you build step by step, choice by choice, day after day. The more you practice it, the stronger you become. And once you master it, nothing can stop you. Weak feelings will always be there, but discipline gives you the power to silence them and keep moving forward no matter what. Your mind is the most powerful tool you have. It can either be your greatest weapon or your biggest weakness, depending on how you train it. Weak feelings thrive in a mind that is untrained, unfocused, and undisciplined. They take root in uncertainty, grow in hesitation, and spread through doubt. But a strong mind, a mind that is sharpened by focus, controlled by discipline, and fueled by purpose, does not entertain weak emotions. It does not allow fear, insecurity, or self-doubt to dictate its actions. It operates with clarity, with confidence, and with the unshakable belief that success is inevitable. Training your mind begins with mastering your thoughts. Most people don't even realize how much power their thoughts have over their actions. They allow negative, limiting beliefs to control them without questioning where those thoughts came from. They believe the doubts in their head as if they are facts. They listen to the voice that says, "You're not good enough, you'll never make it, or you should just quit." But that voice is a liar. That voice is nothing more than an illusion created by fear. The moment you decide to stop believing in it is the moment you take control of your destiny. A strong mind does not entertain thoughts of failure. It does not waste time worrying about things that cannot be controlled. It does not allow outside opinions to determine its worth. Instead, it focuses only on what is necessary to move forward. It fills itself with positive, powerful, and productive thoughts. It recognizes that setbacks are temporary, that failure is a lesson, and that success is a result of persistence. When your mind is trained to see challenges as opportunities, you stop fearing them. When your mind is conditioned to believe in your abilities, you stop doubting yourself. Most people let their emotions control their decisions, but emotions are unreliable. They fluctuate based on circumstances, on moods, on external factors that you cannot control. A trained mind, however, operates beyond emotions. It moves forward regardless of how it feels. It stays focused even when motivation fades. It remains disciplined even when obstacles appear. That is the key, learning to separate your actions from your emotions. Weak feelings will always try to influence your decisions, but when your mind is trained, they lose their power over you. Every great leader, every successful person, every champion has mastered their mind. They have trained themselves to think differently, to see the world in a way that benefits them, to focus on what matters instead of getting lost in distractions. You have that same ability. You have the power to strengthen your mind, to control your thoughts, to break free from the limiting beliefs that have held you back. But it requires effort. It requires consistency. It requires the willingness to challenge every weak thought and replace it with something stronger. The stronger your mind becomes, the less control weak feelings have over you. The more you train it, the more unstoppable you become. The moment you realize that action is the ultimate cure for weak feelings, everything changes. Too many people let their emotions dictate their lives. They feel tired, so they don't start. They feel afraid, so they hold back. They feel uncertain, so they hesitate. But the truth is, emotions are fleeting, unreliable, and often misleading. If you wait until you feel ready, you will never take the first step. If you wait until the fear is gone, you will never move forward. The key to overcoming weak feelings is to take action despite them. To do what needs to be done regardless of how you feel in the moment. The most successful people in the world are not the ones who always feel confident, motivated, or fearless. They are the ones who take action anyway. They feel the fear but push forward. They experience doubt but refuse to let it stop them. They don't wait for the perfect time because they know the perfect time will never come. They take control of their destiny by deciding that nothing, not fear, not self-doubt, not hesitation will stop them from achieving what they were meant to achieve. Action is the only thing that creates real change. You can sit around thinking, planning, and analyzing all day, but nothing happens until you take the first step. Weak feelings try to keep you trapped in a cycle of overthinking and hesitation. They tell you to wait, to be careful, to hold off just a little longer. But the longer you wait, the stronger those weak feelings become. The only way to break free is to move, to take a step, to do something that pushes you forward, no matter how small it may seem. Most people let their emotions control them because they haven't built the habit of action. They are used to reacting to how they feel instead of making decisions based on their goals. But when you train yourself to act first, to take the step even when it's uncomfortable, you start to build momentum. You start to develop confidence, not from thinking about what you could do, but from actually doing it. And once you see progress, once you realize that taking action is the only thing that moves you forward, weak feelings lose their power over you. This is why discipline and consistency matter. Action must become your default response. It has to be something you do, not something you think about doing. You don't negotiate with weak feelings. You don't debate whether you should start. You don't give yourself the option to back down. You simply act. You move forward. You train yourself to take action no matter what, and eventually that becomes your new reality. Weak feelings may still show up, but they will no longer control you. You will have built the mindset of a doer, a fighter, a person who does not wait for permission, for motivation, or for the perfect moment because they know that the only way to win is to move forward no matter what. Weak feelings are nothing but illusions that trick you into believing they have power over you. Fear, doubt, and insecurity feel real because they originate in your mind, but they hold no actual weight unless you allow them to. The mind is a battlefield, and the enemy isn't the world around you. It's the thoughts you entertain, the excuses you make, and the fears you feed. Every time you hesitate, every time you second guess yourself, every time you let fear stop you from taking action, you give those weak feelings control over your life. But what if you stop listening? What if you realize that those feelings were never real to begin with? Think about every great person who has ever accomplished something meaningful. Do you think they never felt fear? Do you think they never doubted themselves? Of course they did. But the difference between them and everyone else is that they didn't let those weak feelings decide their future. They pushed forward anyway. They walked through the fear, ignored the doubt, and silenced the voice telling them they weren't good enough. That's the key, understanding that fear is only as real as the power you give it. Imagine a child who is scared of the dark. They lie awake at night, convinced that monsters are lurking in the shadows. Their heart races, their breath quickens, and they refuse to move because fear has taken over their mind. But the moment you turn on the light, what happens? The fear disappears. Nothing changed except their perception. That's exactly how weak feelings operate in your life. They keep you frozen, make you believe in dangers that aren't even there, and hold you back from stepping into your potential. But when you expose them for what they really are, just thoughts, just illusions, they lose their power. The biggest mistake people make is thinking they need to feel brave before they take action. They wait for confidence to come before they move, for fear to disappear before they try. But that's not how it works. Action is what kills fear. The more you act, the more you prove to yourself that doubt was just a lie. The more you push forward, the more you see that insecurity was just a trick your mind played on you. The only way to break free is to stop waiting and start moving. Weak feelings can't survive in a mind that refuses to entertain them. Every time you face a challenge, you have two choices: feed your fears or feed your strength. The problem is, too many people feed their fears. They talk themselves out of opportunities. They make excuses. They tell themselves it's not the right time. But the truth is, the only thing standing in their way is their own mind. The moment you understand that, you take back control. You stop letting weak emotions dictate your path. You stop believing in limitations that don't exist. You stop giving power to things that were never real in the first place. You were not put on this earth to live a small, ordinary life. There is something inside you, something powerful, something waiting to be unleashed, but weak feelings will keep you from ever realizing it. Every great achievement, every breakthrough, every success story comes from someone who refused to settle for less than what they were capable of. Too many people walk through life without ever tapping into their true potential. Not because they lack the ability, but because they allow doubt, fear, and insecurity to convince them they aren't capable of more. But you were built for more. You were designed to be great, to rise above your struggles, and to break past limitations, both the ones set by the world and, more importantly, the ones set by your own mind. When you look around at the people who have accomplished great things, you might think they were simply gifted or lucky. But if you were to study their journeys, you would see something very different. You would see struggle. You would see rejection. You would see failure after failure. The difference between them and everyone else is that they didn't let weak feelings stop them. They felt the fear but moved forward anyway. They felt the doubt but kept pushing. They didn't wait until they were ready. They acted as if they already were. That is what separates those who succeed from those who spend their lives wishing they had. Too many people let their emotions control them. They wake up and don't feel motivated, so they don't take action. They face rejection once and assume they are not good enough. They experience failure and decide success isn't meant for them. But motivation is unreliable. If you depend on your feelings to push you forward, you will stay stuck. Your feelings will tell you to wait, to slow down, to give up. That's why you have to move beyond feelings and operate with purpose. You have to remind yourself daily that you are built for something bigger than the life you're living now. Greatness doesn't come to those who wait for the perfect time. It comes to those who create their own opportunities. It comes to those who decide that no matter how they feel, no matter how much doubt creeps in, they will keep going. You don't need more talent, more luck, or more resources. You need more belief in yourself. You need to remind yourself that no matter what anyone says, no matter how many obstacles you face, you were meant for something greater. The only thing standing between you and the life you want is the decision to claim it. Stop waiting for permission. Stop doubting your abilities. Stop believing in the lies that tell you you're not good enough. Because you are. You are built for more, and the second you start acting like it, the second you stop letting weak feelings dictate your future, is the second everything begins to change. Every challenge you face, every setback, and every obstacle in your path is not there to break you, it is there to build you. Weak feelings will tell you to avoid difficulty, to take the easy route, to step back when things get hard. But that's a lie. Growth does not happen in comfort. Strength is not built in ease. If you truly want to reach your full potential, you have to embrace challenges, not run from them. You have to understand that every test you encounter is shaping you into the person you are meant to be. The most successful people in the world didn't get there by avoiding hardship. They got there because they understood that every struggle was an opportunity to grow. They welcomed difficulties because they knew that on the other side of every challenge was a stronger, wiser, more capable version of themselves. Too many people spend their lives avoiding discomfort, thinking that an easy path will lead to success. But success is not given to those who play it safe. It is earned by those who have the courage to endure, to push through, and to come out stronger on the other side. Think about the strongest people you know. They are not the ones who had everything handed to them. They are the ones who have been tested, who have faced failure and kept moving, who have been knocked down but refused to stay down. They didn't become strong because life was easy. They became strong because they embraced the challenges life threw at them. That's the mindset you need to adopt. Instead of fearing hardship, start seeing it as an opportunity. Instead of running from struggles, start leaning into them. Instead of letting challenges intimidate you, let them inspire you. A weak mind crumbles under pressure. It makes excuses. It looks for a way out, but a strong mind sees pressure as fuel. It turns obstacles into motivation. It uses hardship as a stepping stone to something greater. The difference between those who achieve their dreams and those who don't is not talent, not luck, not intelligence, it's resilience. It's the ability to face adversity and keep going. It's the refusal to let failure define you. Every challenge you face is preparing you for something greater. Every setback is making you stronger. Every difficulty is sharpening your skills, testing your patience, and pushing you closer to your potential. But none of that will matter if you give in to weak feelings. If you allow doubt, fear, and frustration to take control, you will miss out on the growth that comes from struggle. You will stay the same while others rise. You will remain stuck while others push forward. But if you decide today that no challenge will break you, that no setback will define you, and that no obstacle will stop you, then nothing can hold you back. The choice is yours. Embrace the challenge or let it defeat you.